didn't even have to hit it and I won. Poopa stinka. I didn't even have to hit it and I won. Races part 2 of 7.
Well, as long as we don't stay on track and don't go off on like 15 tangents for one race.
Do you know who you're talking to, son?
I know. Shut up! Shut the fuck up, damn it, Mister. I am Mister 15 tangents, Mister Worldwide Tangents,
Mister Tangents Coast to Coast. So speaking of tangents, I just found out that Star Wars has there's an old Star Wars game that basically runs off a 3.5. And I have the core rulebook and like one other book, but I'm trying to find the other books to it because I'd probably end up being the DM if we ever played it. But I'm like looking into how to build a character, and I'm just like, wait, so I can go from this into a prestige class of trooper, and then that trooper has a Mandalorian talent tree, and I'm just like, I could be a fucking Mandalorian at like almost level 2. This is great. I am the Mandalorian. Now I just need a cannibalistic baby Yoda to help me out. And apparently a woman that gets canceled for saying bad things.
Gets canceled for what?
She got canceled for likening something to a specific time that took place in World War II on her Twitter, and then got canceled for it. And it's like this video that I watched would not stop bringing it up, which was annoying because I'm just like, all right, I get it. She said a thing. She got canceled. The show that she was going to have isn't going to happen. Let it go.
No, we must remind everyone every day for 5 more times of it because it's so horrible. Is it really horrible? No, but we still gotta remind you anyway.
Well, no, the thing was that he mentions it like once at the beginning of the video where he's like, hey, just to clarify things, when I made this video and like, When I recorded this, she hadn't been canceled yet, and then like it gets to the part and he mentions like the show that was supposed to happen, and he's like, "Hey guys, so and so again." I'm like, do you think we don't have a memory? Like, shut up! Just play the damn video. I want to know why you think Disney ruined Stormtroopers because they've kind of sucked their whole time. And he was like, "Well, in the line in episode 4, they gave a throwaway line that very clearly states why the Stormtroopers were missing them, and it was because and then he plays the quote of Leia going, they didn't hit us because they weren't going for kill shots, they were trying to bring us in alive." And I'm sitting there like, I'm pretty sure a blaster bolt won't kill you directly. Like, I'm pretty sure that they could like and you're far away, like the energy has to dissipate a little by then. I mean, lasers don't just fly non-stop forever. Unless you're using the Force to send your plasma torpedo into a vent. Which, by the way, I was watching a video about that, and apparently I didn't remember this, but the X-ray, the plans for the Death Star show that vent goes straight down to the core. Who does that? Who does that in a straight line?
Oh, about the destroying the Death Star thing?
Yeah.
I don't know if they retconned it at all, or it was mentioned why, but apparently that was answered in Rogue One. The father of the main character was the architect of the Death Star. He hated that job, because he was blah 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 oppressed, cookie cutter, like oppression, tyranny. So he made that flaw on purpose, put it in the blueprints, and gave it to his rebel pals. He got caught by Tarkin, killed, and Tarkin took the credit for building the Death Star.
That's dumb. Why didn't anybody check the blueprints before he went, okay, here you go?
Hubris. Well, by the time Tarkin called him out on it, the Death Star was already built.
God damn it, Grandma Tarkin, you dumbass.
Well, it's even more dumbass the fact that he just killed the actual architect of the Death Star, took that and told Vader, "Oh yeah, it was all me. I built the Death Star."
I did it with my bare hands. I'm Grandma Tarkin.
And like Tarkin, seriously, you did this after you betrayed betrayed the Senate and all that. Like seriously, like
Old Grandma Tarkin.
I'm Tarkin. I'm pro Jedi and pro Senate. Oh, on the Palpatine took over. I'm now pro Empire.
I've caused discomfort because I'm Tarkin.
All right, and enough on being on standby. All right, so hey everyone, welcome to going off tangent for like 50 minutes in a row.
Oh shit! All of Six Flags Magic Mountains is watching us.
Wait, what?
There's a user in the users section just called Six Flags Magic Mountain.
All Six Flags? Wow.
I mean, I figured we get like 1, 2 tops, but the entire Six Flags, amazing.
I know, right? Alright, so anyway, enough joking around. I was planning to actually show pictures off of the races that we covered, but we weren't able to actually show pictures of. Because I was actually gonna go do this and, show off all these fancy pictures. But, like, say, for example, the elf, and here's the elf, and blah, 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 and...
it's so small.
And boop.
The elves are small, but they're fat in this one. Is that from the actual books, or did you get that from like
from Google?
Ooh, you might want to preface that you do not own that, and that may or may not belong to Wizards of the Coast or somebody else.
Wait, what?
Well, you can't just use pictures off of Google without either giving them credit or because how the internet works now. Can't do anything cool.
What? So that means I can't even show Google on the pictures and showing what the actual races look like.
Well, that you might be able to get away with, but if it's not like, because we're talking about their thing, so we might be able to show it. But if it's somebody's like fan picture or like their own personal drawing.
All right then. So let's go D&D 5e elf. And I'll just show you guys what they look like. What's the I guess I think this is the official picture from Wizards of what the elves look like.
The Dancy lady.
And then what else did we cover? Oh yeah, the gnome.
The gnome. I hate that.
This one. There it is. There's a gnome. And
the face always gets me every time. I'm just like, what is that
half
face?
Elf. Half of is the priest, the preacher.
Yeah.
I
like how Wizards of the Coast was like, what should we use as a gnome? I've got it. Let's use the house elves from Harry Potter.
Half orc. And here's the half orc from Wizards of the Coast.
Oops. I wish it was a little greener.
Okay, I forgot to put that on silent. My bad.
Nah, sorry.
Okay, so halfling, human, halfling and tiefling.
I've been halfling. All you get are pictures of the hobbits.
And here it is. There's the halflings. Also, apparently this is also in the player's handbook.
Ooh. He looks like he was like, I built the Death Star, you guys. It's all me. That's the face you got when you're like, Death Star, all me.
And the tiefling. The tiefling and half demon people. What else?
I thought they were supposed to look good. This one kind of looks like she's 50, single, and ready to mingle.
Well, that's what the generic tieflings are. I mean, he's a tiefling monk. You want to see that?
That's better. That's
but
more
yeah,
acceptable.
Apparently, you can also roleplay at the fact that your tiefling can have apparently tails and hooves and horns are optional for tieflings.
Yes, they are.
For I guess in aesthetic purposes. Did we? What else did we cover? Oh yeah, the Eberron races. So the changeling.
Did we cover Eberron too?
Yeah, we covered Eberron.
Oh shit.
So here's
the main ones.
Here's the official post on within the Eberron book. You can see him trying to change into the guy in the picture.
David Bowie transforming into the guy that plays the Mandalorian. I see.
Apparently, around like from second edition, from 2E to like 5th E, doppelgangers and changelings were actually of the same thing, but then they made a distinction on which was which for some strange reason.
I'm assuming you saw the RuneSmith video then.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, because he uses that same picture and same with this one.
Yeah, I was like watching it the other day. I'm like, oh, did we cover these already? Oh, I like how
Yeah, we
they
did.
look like 1980s fairies.
See the Kalash. Next one, that's what we covered was also the Kalash Star, which is just this is actually a picture within the book. Or apparently they're just humans who have spirits inside of them.
They're just Aang, but less powerful.
I was gonna say not Danny Phantom, but yours is more apt actually.
Yeah, no, because Danny Phantom, all it really is that he just has the ghost powers.
And then
Just half and half.
Shifter and Warforged. Shifter. This is what this is an official picture in the book, which is not really that impressive.
Yeah, no, it's not. I don't understand why they would do that.
Because apparently they're like, you know how like Dampiers are half vampires and like Tieflings are half demons, Azamar are half angels. These are like half lycanthropes, which are already half animal.
Yeah.
So these are like just like quarter animals. So
the quarterlings.
So I can't turn into a full werewolf. I can only turn to half werewolf. But aren't werewolves more like half human, half half wolves? So only quarter wolf.
That's what Danny Phantom's kid is gonna be. He's gonna be quarter ghost.
And
like going a quarter ghost.
Here's a picture for the Warforged.
Beep, boop, boop, bop.
Apparently, once they add spelljammers, they are also gonna add actual robots. A good distinction between the two is that now robots are actual circuitry, and their AI make the personalities, while Warforged are before they might retcon the backstory of it though. I'm sorry, RuneSmith. Is that they have like an Fey or foe souls from mostly druidic runes,
Yeah, they're just golems essentially.
they're actually golems, but they do act like robots, where they have a charge, they have a mission, and they act upon it. But later down the line, though, the golems actually gain sentience and personality.
They're just stormtroopers. Or not stormtroopers, clone troopers, there we go.
And yeah, we also
Designed for a specific mission and they usually follow through on.
Yeah, so I remember from the last episode we covered the Player's Handbook races, the Eberron races, and also we covered the Therios races. That includes the Leonin, which are seriously these guys.
And Hoovy Goatman, attorney at law.
Which are the Satyr.
A completely different character from Goaty Puff.
Which this is actual picture within the book itself as well.
Yes. No, I already mentioned that. Never mind. I was gonna mention like, oh yeah, they're not the original mythology. They were all male. I'm like, wait, no, I already said that last time.
Yeah, I think RuneSmith also mentioned that as well. That they're all male and that they'll like pull a Zeus and make more satyrs.
Yep, they're all horny boys.
But and
that means two things.
But apparently female. Well, anyway, no, I lost my train of thought.
Oh, wait,
And I think that was it. So I want let's should we start? Should we go down the line and go with the exotic races next, or should we go with the monsters races?
No, that's up to you. This is your show. I'm just here for the ride.
All right, let's go with then let's go with the Aarakocra. I'm actually surprised that they made the Aarakocra playable, but then again the one of the things distinguish between Aarakocra and Kenku, and also in a lesser extent Owlin, which we'll cover later, is that the Aarakocra are... Yeah, I'll just show you. Aarakocra. Aarakocra are mainly meant to be eagles or hawks, while Kenkus are meant to be more like crows or ravens, and owlins are, of course, owls. Apparently, one of the theories of it, though, is that well, actually, no. We'll cover that once we cover Kenku. As Rihanna, these are the Aarakocras, are flighty and flying boys.
Railroad to Screaming Eagle. Oh, Screaming Eagle.
Here we are.
My poor buddy.
Alright, so
his radio handle was Screaming Eagle, and then you got the Aarakocra.
And of course, they actually part of the backstory from the official setting of from Wizards of the Coast is that they actually derive and hail from the elemental plane of air, and they're always on their big enemies their big enemies are the gargoyles, because they're from the elemental plane of earth. And it's always one of the case where air and earth are always in a rivalry, same with water and fire. But yeah, if you want to play an Aarakocra, here's what you get. So you'll get a dexterity score increase of 2, and wisdom score increase of 1. Aarakocra reach maturity by age 3 compared to humans.
Because they only live 30 years.
Oh yeah, burbs. Alignment, most Aarakocra are good, rarely choose sides, and when it comes to law and chaos, so they're dirty neutrals.
Oh, my Wi-Fi said hello.
See, they're mediums, they're about 5 feet tall, lightweight bodies, because they have hollow bird bones. Their base walking speed is 25 feet, but you have a flying speed of 50 feet. But to use the speed, though, you can't be wearing medium or heavy armor.
That's where magic light armor comes into play.
You have proficient with unarmed strikes, and which
because of your talons.
Because the talents, which does 1d4 slashing. D4 has been always the template of if you're proficient, but there's no damage die in the book, so D4.
Yeah.
And also, as an Aarakocra, you speak you speak Common, and also Aarakocra, their own language. Also Orin, which is the elemental primordial language of air.
Yes. Oh, also, I just realized this based on their ability score. They might make pretty good monks, given that they get a dexterity and wisdom boost, and because of their talon damage, you can also say that they're proficient in the Eagle Claw style of martial arts.
That is true, but if you do play an Aarakocra monk, just don't pick 4 elements. Not because the fact that 4 elements is highly underpowered, seriously Wizards of the Coast. Mostly because the fact that one of the key skills they get is flight, and that's kind of like putting a hand in a hat on an Aarakocra.
Yeah, but what's the fly speed you get from that? Because this is 50, so if it's less than 50, yeah, it's a wash.
I believe it is similar to the flight spell.
Oof, I don't remember what the flight spell.
I think it's 60 feet. So
you get 10 extra feet.
I mean, hold on, I'll look at that right now. D
was it like level 3, right?
5e monk. 4 elements.
Let's see, fly 10 minutes, blah blah blah. 60 feet for the duration. I thought maybe if you upcast it makes it more. No, you can just make other creatures fly.
Yeah, but the monk's key spells, especially with the 4 elements, and use key instead of spell slots.
Yeah, which means you probably can't upcast it either.
Dude, show me the actual thing, damn it!
I didn't even have to hit it. I didn't even have to hit it, and I won.
Yeah, so apparently level 58 is 3 key points. Level 9 to opposing key points. Okay, elemental. It's one of the water ones. I remember I used it when with Angelo and for your backstory. It's not Water Whip. Wall of Fire. Oh, right here. It's a wind one. Ride the Wind. 11th level required. You can spend 4 key points to cast Fly, targeting yourself. Which is just,
yeah, but you only have to use a level 3 spell slot to use Fly.
well, compared
You're a wizard.
to monks, it's 4 key points. It's like, I just used those 4 key points on like what, 4 casts for forecast of the monk multi attack. I forgot the name.
Oh, Flurry of Blows.
Yeah, it's like that's one of the reasons why why the 4 elemental is like so underpowered. It's like all their powerful key points are so expensive.
I could do a Flurry of Blows and paralyze a person twice.
I also think it's because of the fact that they get. I think it's because of the fact that they can get all their key points back out of short rest. So they're similar to warlocks in that regard.
Yeah, they just want you to use them. You use them.
Next up are ASMR. Not ASMR, but ASMR.
God, I just looked at this. There's quite a few ASMR.
This is the actual one in the book.
Oh god. What? Ah! Ugh.
I believe.
You know what they should have did? They should have used what's her faces from Critical Role. Ashley Johnson. There we go. I almost called her Gwen Tennyson.
Oh yeah, I forgot. And her ASMR Barbarian.
Yeah.
Zealot Barbarian. But yeah, these are ASMR, which is apparently just like Tieflings. They're half human, half the correct term is extraplanar, right? When it comes to the angels and demons.
I think so. Maybe.
Well, anyway, yeah. So how like the Tieflings are like the derived from one of the demons from the infernal realms. The ASMR on their genes from from the Celestials, from the higher realms. Normally the celestial that's tied to one of the gods. That's why most people who play ASMR or who play ASMR within their stories, they're namely clerics or paladins for their god. Most of the times though. Like the only time that that's like the exclusion from that though is like when you do pick a certain ASMR, which are 3. I believe hopefully Wikidot covers this. Which are Protector Aasimar, Scourge Aasimar, and Fallen Aasimar. And there are lots of ways you can flavor that as well. But let's go over this. So for ASMR, you get a Charisma score increase of 2, which again, big boon if you're playing as a paladin or a divine soul sorcerer for flavor. ASMR, of course, the same race humans can, because deep down their base are humans, but they can live up to about 160 years. You have medium. You have a walking speed of 30 feet. You have dark vision. Blessed with radiance. So you have also a celestial resistance. So you have resistance to necrotic damage and radiant damage. Healing Hands, as actually you can touch a creature and cause it to regain a number of hit points equal to your level. Once you use this trait, you can use it again until you finish a long rest. And that's your total level. So that means if you since this is a racial trait, if you multi-class it to like multiple things, it's basically the total level. Lightbearer, the light cantrip, so and Charisma is your spellcasting ability for it. And you can also naturally common and celestial.
Okay, that makes sense then. Okay, while I was following you along with this, there's a bottom one for the Dungeon Master's Guide. I was like, did they change anything? They did. Because right after, I think it was the Celestial Resistance.
Because the one I read up though is from Volos.
Yeah. Because the Dungeon Master's Guide one gives you the light cantrip, which is the light bearer thing. Lesser Restoration is what I assume is the healing hand thing. It didn't say anything about Daylight though, which is a spell that you would have gotten at 5th.
For the DMG?
Yeah.
I guess
They kept the healing hands and the light cantrip, but they got rid of daylight. I think. What is daylight? I don't know that spell very well.
Oh, it's literally daylight.
Yeah. Oof.
It's a good spell though if you're fighting vampires, drow, and Duergar.
It's basically the light cantrip but stronger. It seems.
I mean, you're literally bringing the power of the sun and with you.
Yep, Sunny D's nuts. And you just slap them. Just.
I mean, I guess because I forgot though when they re-release on new stats for in another book though, does it override it or is it like it's just another option?
I think that's their canon thing, but I mean, D&D has always been a game of like you can basically do whatever as long as people agree with it. Oh wait, no, the wisdom is also gone because you in the DMG you'd get a wisdom increase of 1. They also don't tell you.
How long
you live
wait. I know.
Up to 160 years.
I know why. What? It's because Volo's Guide came after DMG, and Volo's also adds the Protector, Scourge, and Fallen.
Ah, okay. Ugh. So then Aasimar was just Aasimar? You didn't get anything else? That's weird.
Yep.
Although then again, I guess that makes sense because Tiefling didn't really.
Well, Tiefling, yeah. Oh yeah, they got more later on. Remember with the lineages.
Yeah.
Because of that though, because you get base charisma 2, but depending on which one you get also an additional. So Protector gets Wisdom, Scourge gets Constitution, Fallen gets Strength.
Okay.
Yeah, so each one has an extra ability as well. So Protector, just let you know, Protector is the only one that has a flight speed. So with Radiant Soul, because I started at 3rd level, you can use your action to unleash your divine energy within yourself, causing your eyes to glimmer and 2 luminous incorporeal wings to sprout from your back. One of Jokat's characters, Jokat's players, and within Belcanus, he's playing a Protector Aasimar as well. But his theme is all like mechanical based. So he has mechanical wings, he has clockwork gears in his eyes, which he goes into Radiant Soul.
Okay. I don't know why, but I immediately remembered something from Rocko's Modern Life, but I'm like, no, that doesn't fit. Never mind.
So and you also but with that though, you can fight on incorporeal wings on smart frame backs. So your transformation lasts for only 1 minute, and or until you end it as a bonus action. And during it, you have a flight speed of only 30 feet, which is half as good as the flight spell. And once each of your turns, you can deal an extra deal radiant damage to one target when you deal damage to it with an attack or a spell. The extra radiant damage equals to your level. So if you're level 5, you're like, oh, I do smite and extra 5 damage. And once you use this trait, you can use it again to finish a long rest. Now for Scourge to get radiant consumption, initial dive energy causing a searing light to radiate from you, pouring blah blah blah, eyes and mouth. During the trial, your transformation lasts for 1 minute and then the bonus action. During it, you shed bright light in a 10-foot radius, so you literally become a beacon of light. For additional 10 feet, and at the end of each of your turns, you and each creature within 10 feet of you take radiant damage equal to half your level, rounded up. In addition, once each of your turns can deal an extra radiant damage to one target when you deal with an attack or spell. The extra radiant damage equals to your level. Once you use this trait, you can use it again to finish a long rest. And Fallen
Light bulb ASMR.
Light bulb, and finally the Edgy Boys, the Fallen ASMR, which I know on is my character and our soon to be hopefully on start on Ravenloft on gameplay.
Yeah, Roy's kind of getting disheartened a bit. I mean, he's gonna probably do it, but the thing is like he also had that like Vampire the Masquerade one he wanted to do, and then I was just like, yeah, but Jared, and he's like, I think maybe we're gonna have to cut Jared from that one too. Which is funny because technically it was his girlfriend's fault that we hadn't started playing because she had to write backstories for her backstories. So.
Wait, so like, is she writing backstories for her mother's third cousin's dog or something?
Essentially, like all the characters in her like history have backstory.
God damn
them.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, just going in detail, but goddamn.
She's a perfectionist when it comes to that. That's why I was like, I hope we never play a D&D game with her.
Yeah.
Because every backstory character will have a backstory.
But, well, anyway, and, is it literally just waiting on Jared to start our Ravenloft playthrough?
I'm not sure. It might be because of me, too, because I think I have to find where I left my concept for the character. Because that's how long it's been since I came... Like, I literally came up with my character as soon as my brother was talking about it. I'm like, oh, yeah, here's my character. And he's like, okay.
I mean, like...
I don't know if I have it somewhere or not. I might have to make...
I mean, also for me, I need to actually roll my character, but that's not easy enough thing to do for like the next hour or so. Because the backstory for my character is already done. But anyway, so the Fallen Aasimar, they get a necrotic shroud. Which release your divine energy, causing your eyes to turn to pools of darkness, and two skeletal, ghostly, flightless wings sprout from your back. And mind you, with Scourge Aasimar, you don't get wings at all. Only Protector Aasimar can fly.
That's dumb. Why would they give you flightless wings? Why wings at all? Why not? Just bone protrusion.
Well, Scourge Aasimar don't even get wings. They just become light bulb.
That's their fault. I'm talking about this because Protector Aasimar. When you say Fallen Aasimar, you're like, oh, that's basically like the Protector but Fallen. And then it's like flightless wings. It's like, why not just change it? Make it into like giant. Make it into big hands. It's just Sasuke Aasimar now.
No. Other creatures within 10 feet of you that can see they can see you must succeed a charisma saving throw, DC 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your charisma modifier, or become frightened for you until the end of the turn. Transformation lasts for 1 minute or until you end it as a bonus action. During it, once on each of your turns, you can deal an extra necrotic damage to one target when you deal damage to it with an attack or spell. The extra necrotic damage equals your level. Once you use this trait, you can use it again to finish a long rest. So basically, it's just like radiant, necrotic. And it's like again, I brought up to where like most of the times Aasimars are all like, oh, they're just people now paladins or clerics of their god. Another example of flavor is that I'm playing for our hope to be in the Ravenloft gameplay. I'm playing as a Fallen Aasimar Grave Cleric, who got the flavor of it, the why he's fallen Aasimar, is that his god has forsaken him. It's now he's on a journey to try to find out which god forsaken him and why. Because he doesn't know what god it was. But now he wishes for another god because of zombie reasons.
Oh yes, the zombie gods. God rest their zombie bone.
Alright, so anyway, next up is... Oh, the fairy.
Oh, goody. Hey, listen. That's from Witchlight.
Yep, these are here. Well, why does it say chunky fairies and sassy rabbit folk?
What?
The title of this on the page and this picture is coming from those is called Chunky Fairies and Sassy Rabbit Folk Are Coming to Dungeons and Dragons.
Because it's by Polygon, they don't take anything seriously.
But anyway, so yeah, you do because of the Witchlight book, which takes place in the Fey realm. You can now also play as fairies and also some rabbit folk and from the Fey realm. But we'll get to Haragon later, which is in the exotic races. So fairies. And so immediately you have characters for flavor, different flavors of fairies. So you have like bird wings, shimmering, multicolored wings, large ears. How that make you fly? Glittering mist surrounds you. Your legs are insectile. You smell like fresh. You smell like fresh brownies.
Yeah.
You have a small spectral horn on your forehead, kind of like a unicorn horn.
Are you reading these out of order, or is it in a different order?
I'm reading this out of order.
Okay, Because I was like, wait, that's not how it is on mine.
No, I was reading as an order because the one that says that you have legs are insectile or you smell like fresh brownies don't just caught me off guard.
Yeah, no, some of those are actually from the
book, yeah,
from
no.
the Unearthed Arcana. So.
Oh, yeah, but this one, the Wild Beyond the Witchlight. So here are the traits. So
This small naked humanoid.
oh yeah, after Tasha's, they became more universal with their ability scores, which kind of annoys me.
What do you mean?
Like for example, the fairy traits increase one ability score by 2 and increase by one ability score by 1, or 3 the different scores by 1.
Wait, you didn't know this? Canonically, Tasha is lazy as sh.
No, it's more.
It reflects in the stuff that comes after her book.
No, it's more like the fact because the actual rule in Tasha is to where like you can actually in the now you know how most of the races don't have like a 2 and 1 type of thing for their ability score increase.
Yeah.
In Tasha's the actual rule optional by DMs and players to where you're able to actually move that 2 and 1 to wherever how you feel, even though you're playing as an orc, which gives you like strength and con. Oh, but I'm playing as an orc warlock, so I want charisma and wisdom.
All the charisma increase just makes them sound British. Why are you making fun of me?
But it's so low, it's Cockney British. Oh, I'm an orc from this one comic artist on the interwebs.
He used to draw hentai, and now he doesn't.
What, he used to? Seriously?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
No.
Oh, yeah, he used to draw hentai. Now he just kind of draws semi-lewd stuff. It's not as great anymore.
I mean, it makes fun of the typical D&D genre with orcs and elves.
Yeah, but I want porn, and I want porn of the necromancer that he
What
drew.
part of retarded don't you get? Anyway, languages immediately? Huh. Well, you know what? Hold on, wait, what? Comment what other language of your choice? Seriously? I mean,
It's appropriate for your character.
I get they're trying to make it more creative and trying to appeal to 3.5 on fanboys, but seriously, because apparently it's a lot of the people, a lot of the 3.5 fanboys say like, oh, 5e is too restrictive, not enough creativity.
Yeah, if you give people, I don't know if they know this, but if you give people too much creativity, they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
When they play tabletop. Just look at Mutants and Mastermind. They released it and everybody was like, we don't understand. So they had to release a book that gave you fucking, how the ideas for certain characters' stats would go. Meanwhile, you got people who understand it going, hey, you want to play as Kahlua from Hunter x Hunter? Here you go.
And the same thing with the people who actually fully understand 3.5 and are wondering like, how come new players don't like 3.5?
Too much options. Like the Star Wars game.
I mean, I like options too, but not when they want to make everything universal.
Yeah, that is true. That's no.
Well, anyway, so your creature type is Fey. You're not human or and then you're just Fey, because you're in the Fey realm. Lifespan, fairies have a lifespan of about a century.
They die?
And then they die. Your size is small because you're literally fairy. Walking speed is 30 feet. So what would you walk?
Yeah, that is dumb because I think in the UA it gives you the option to.
Wait,
just
hold on.
hover.
For a small creature, that's they walk fast.
Yeah, no, they got rid of that.
Really?
Yeah, it was like, I believe it was after Tasha's. Small creatures stopped having that gimp of 25 feet.
But the halflings and the gnomes still have that, and dwarves, I think.
I don't know if they re-released stats for that or not in the other book, and they just didn't put it on this. But I feel like they basically were just like, no.
Well, so
Which makes no sense.
So
technically, this walking speed should be a flying speed, and you should just be able to fly and hover. Well, not fly in the sense of fly really high and shit.
They have this flight because of your wings. You have flying speed equal to your walking speed.
You can't use a flying speed if you're wearing medium or heavy armor. Hold on now. Do fairies have their own heavy armor?
I mean, If this is if any indication, then yes.
Oh, that fairy looks like its fairy parent had the Shrekings with a tiefling.
Fairies, a tiefling fairy.
Now, see, what you don't see in very small print at the bottom of this is your weaknesses are fly swatters, nets, and the little sticky tape that they use to catch flies.
And also some random teacher who has his ear on his neck yelling fairies.
That is a deformed man.
So also know fairy magic. So on by default, you know Druidcraft. At 3rd level, you get Fairy Fire. At 5th level, you get Enlarge Reduce with this trait. Mm-hmm. Once you cast Fairy Fire and Enlarge Reduce with this trait, you can't cast a spell again to finish a long rest. You can also cast either of those spells using any spell slots you have of the appropriate level. Intelligence, Wisdom, or Charisma is your spellcast. What?
Choose when you select this race. No.
Cast it with this. Choose when you select this race.
No.
So basically you're saying if you're Wizard, Intelligence. If you're Druid or Cleric, Wisdom. If you're a Paladin or Sorcerer, Charisma.
Now hold on. When they use the Reduce spell and they target themselves, is there any size smaller than small? Like, what are we talking about? Microscopic? Are they becoming Ant-Man now? I don't... There's no ruling for this, it seems, in this part. Like, they should really... Because it's like, at least with the Draugr... Not the Draugr, the Duergar.
Yes, tiny.
They had the...
Tiny.
Oh, shit. Never mind, then.
Yeah.
At least with the Duergar, they were like, you can only use the Enlarge trait? It's like, oh, okay.
Well, it makes sense.
When it's like,
yeah, it makes sense because the Duergar can just become giant.
They just poop in their.
Yeah, so if you're small, you become tiny. Ugh. Which is kind of funny though. It shows a fairy here, but the fairies you can play as are considered small.
Yes, they're the same size. I like. They don't give you like an approximation of their size either. Like, they're just like, you're small. I'm pretty sure every other race got a size. I would like to know how tall I am.
Alright, so anyway, next up are Furbolgs. Furbolgs.
My least favorite 5e race.
Why?
Because they're not as cool as they were in previous editions. In previous editions, Furbolgs were giants. Like, they were basically just because they're still giants now, but they're more like Feywild extensions of giants, and they're smaller too because they're supposed to be a lot smaller.
And here's the Furbolg from Critical Role.
That is, oh my god, I forgot about him. I thought it was gonna be the magic shop owner for a second there.
Oh no. Well, maybe yeah. Well, yeah. But
really good NPC. I liked him.
Well, anyway, I mean, there are some legitimately giants. Like
yes, in older editions, they were their size was 12 feet, and they're basically just Vikings. Like, they looked like Vikings too. And then they were like, oh, they're bringing back Furbolgs in 5e. I'm like, all right, cool. I like giants. And then they show them, it's like, you can only be 7 feet tall, and you have to look like a DreamWorks character here.
Well, I think it's because they're trying to make them different from Goliaths, which they actually do look like giants.
Yeah, but then again, Goliaths also kind of like their faces for whatever reason remind me of that guy from Ben 10 Omniverse or whatever. Well, his name was Rook. Well, every time I look at their face, I'm like, Rook?
I mean, and in a way, and to make them more different, though, and the giants are like, like regular, like the Goliaths are like human giants, while Furbolgs are like elf giants.
Elf giants.
Well, anyway, so for Furbolgs, your ability score increases by 2, and your strength increases by 1. You live I assume though it's related to the Fae. Furbolgs have a long lifespan. Furbolg reaches adulthood around 30, and the oldest of them can live up to about 500 years. Water bottle, come here. There you are.
The water bottle's running away. Hold on.
Furbolgs are about between 7 to 8 feet. Because I didn't want you to be gargantuan.
We want our game to be dynamic, but also nobody can be over 8 feet tall.
But yet
Very dynamic Wizards of the Coast.
But yet you could be centaurs as well and still be under 5 feet. How? Reasons.
Because they're manlet centaurs.
So your base walking speed is 30 feet.
Our families were Shetland pony.
Your base walking speed is 30 feet. You have also Furbolg magic. You can cast Detect Magic and disguise yourself with this trait, using Wisdom as your spellcasting ability. Once you cast your spell, you can cast it again with trait to finish a short or long rest. When he uses the vision of the disguise self, you can seem up to 3 feet shorter than normal, allowing you to more easily blend in with humans and elves. Hidden Step. As a bonus action, you can magically turn invisible until the start of your next turn, or until you attack, making a damage roll or force someone to make a saving throw. Once you use this trait, you can't use it again to finish a short or long rest. Like, dude, can you imagine a Furbolg and Bugbear rogue?
Maybe. They would be pretty good at sneaking around with invisible blah blah blah.
Let's see, you got a powerful build. You count as one size larger when determining your carry capacity. When you push, drag, or lift. Speech of beast and leaf. You have the ability to communicate with in a limited manner with beasts and plants. They can understand the meaning of your words through. You have no special ability to understand them in return. You have advantage on all charisma checks when you make it to influence them. And you know common, elvish, and giant.
That sounds that large that counts as a large size when pushing or carrying capacity. Sounds a little like Goliath. I think that's a trait they have.
Yes, they do.
Very distinct from them.
Because again, remember, like Furbolgs and Goliaths are basically half giants.
Furbolgs are supposed to be all giant.
And next up are Genasi.
Oh no, the Eevees
Genasi
of D&D.
This is from Critical Role.
Is that from Critical?
It says Critical Role. The Critical Role found on Wiki.
Really? Because I'm pretty sure that's just from the book.
Well, anyway, yeah, so now we have here, I'm guessing an Earth Genasi, a Water Genasi, a Fire Genasi, and Air Genasi. Basically, they're elementals from each of the elemental planes. Also, they're kind of like, half genies. Right?
On the dad's side. Yes, I think so. I know it just says that they're like part elemental, but I feel like a water elemental that isn't at least vaguely humanoid would not make any sense. I mean, that makes some pretty interesting hentai, though. But...
What? Oh, I mean, in the Unexpectables, they had an all Genasi game. Their water Genasi though basically looked more prawn like. He had like his eyes were all red. He has very, very sharp teeth.
Because he wanted to be edgy. Edge boy.
Anyway, so here we are, Genasi. Let's see what the. I need a new mouse. Seriously, my middle button is like not responsive anymore.
It happens. It hawkers.
Those who think on other planes consider them remote, distant realms, but planar influence can be felt around the world. It sometimes manifests into beings who, through accident at birth, carry the power of planes in their blood. Genasi are one such people, offspring of genies and mortals. Woo! And let's see, so base Genasi gets a con score increased by 2. You can age up to about 120 years. You're medium size. Your base walking speed is 30 feet, and you know common and primordial. But depending on which element you want to choose, from the avatar cycle, we first off shut up. We first off have the Air Genasi. Let's see. You have from there you get a ability score increase of dexterity by 1 because power of air and all about air.
I thought it said you can hold your breath indefinitely while you're incapacitated. It's like what? I misread it.
Unending breath can hold your breath indefinitely while you're not incapacitated.
Dude,
wait, hold on.
That I just walk around holding my breath the whole time.
Sometimes if you're in air genasi though, you're able to sneak in through a bag of holding.
Yep. And you can also just sit underwater to flex on people.
so and just high five your water genasi friend.
Yeah. Or any other water-based race there is. Just
and then mingle with the wind. You can cast levitate spell once with this trait, requiring no material components, and you gain the ability to cast it. This way, when you finish a long rest, con is your ability.
That just reminds me of what was that clay fighting thing on MTV that they used to have?
Celebrity Deathmatch.
Celebrity Deathmatch. Where Ludacris and Chris Angel fused together. They're like, it's Ludacris Angel. He's like, you have all my powers. And all he did was levitate. That's just me. I'd be like, behold, mortals, witness my power. Just 2 feet off the ground.
Alright, so next up are Earth Genasi. You get a strength score increased by 1. You get Earth Walk. You move across difficult terrain made from earth or stone without expending extra movement. And Merge with Stone. You can cast Pass Without a Trace spell once with this trait, requiring no components, and you must finish long rest until you can cast it again. And Constitution is your modifier for this one.
That's not merging with stone. That's just not being seen.
I'm stone. It's basically that one scene from The Emperor's New Groove with Kronk, but he's covered in rocks.
Yeah. That's not a real merge with stone. That's boring. I want Pika levels of merging with stone, not necessarily turning into a giant stone monster, but just like being able to move through a solid wall at least once.
There's actually a neutral good elemental on a monster called the Zorn that can do that. Apparently, according to the monster manual, if you feed them stone, they can actually become loyal to you.
Oh shit! I'm gonna throw rocks into his mouth like little pebbles. I'm gonna be like, catch.
So next up is the Fire Genasi. You get an intelligence score increased by 1. You have Dark Vision. Wonder why. Fire Resistance. Wonder why. And also Reach to the Blaze. You know the Produce Flame cantrip. On 3rd level, you get Burning Hands. Spell once with this trait as a 1st level spell. You gain the ability to cast it in this way. When finish a long rest, call is your ability for these spells.
Wait.
What?
Burning. Why would they? Oh wait, no. Why would they wait till level 3 to give you Burning Hands though? Because like a wizard, you get it at you can get it at level 1.
It's because the fact that this is a trait, not a spell.
Yeah, but I mean, if you have a spell slots, I mean.
Yeah. So
it still doesn't make sense to me to give you a spell way after you could get it through a class feature. It makes no sense to me, is what I'm getting at. I mean, yeah, you get to cast it once as a level 1 spell. That's bullshit.
I mean, I don't know. If you're like a fire champion, fire genasi, then you can surprise them go haha! You can't defeat me with your non-magic magic. Ah!
Oh, my one weakness. Why did I say these things?
You idiot! Fire! Only fire can harm me. Oh, really? Ah! Fire genasi!
When will I learn to stop saying things out loud like this? I am my own downfall.
Next up is the Water Genasi. Your wisdom score increased by 1. You have acid resistance. You can breathe air and water. You have a swim speed of 30 feet and call to the wave. You know the shape water cantrip. And at 3rd level, you get create and destroy water spell as a 2nd level spell. You can't do skin until you finish a long rest. Constitution is your ability for the footy spells.
Wow, I can't wait to take this bath. No. Take the water away. Oh boy! Boiled cabbage for dinner. Hell no. Now you've just got a cauldron with cold cabbage in it. Suck it.
No, like, oh boy, cabbage soup. No. Oh boy, steamed cabbage.
Still no.
Like, no. Oh boy, dried up cabbage.
All right, no. You just take the cabbage away. My cabbage.
But I'm hungry. No.
No.
Like, wait. Are you making the water genocide about freaking Goldsberry's Requiem?
Yes. No. None for you.
Alright then, so next up is, the Gith.
Huh. Oh yeah, fucking Spelljammer races, let's go.
The Gith. Here's what they are, and here's what the official
There's
look
like. They're the same race, but it's like a sub-race thing, so that's the Gith, what are they called? That's the Gith, that's the one for the Gith Zerai, I believe.
What, so is he the same one?
Yeah, that's a Gith Yankee.
Okay.
They're basically like one's more of a warrior class and the other one's a spellcasting class. You'll see with the features because it's literally like they're psionic beings, but one of them gets like basically like wizard powers more or less.
Oh,
while the other one just gets like no, they get a teleport spell too. I forgot about that.
All right, and so on the Gith, there's a Gith Yankee and the Gith Zerai. So and more kinds of foes. So based on they both get on and internal score increased by 1. Can live for about a century. They're medium size. Their speed is 30 feet, and you can common and Gith.
Yeah,
Sorry.
They're basically if I remember correctly, they're basically at war with each other. But they're the same fucking race essentially, just differing abilities.
All I'm saying is like, oh look, it's those look at those meatheads. They're trying to pound on our door. Good thing we reinforced them with magic. Get those stupid big brains. Let's pound on the door even harder.
Yeah, it'd be like if my brother and I literally just developed different powers, and then we went around and I'm like, well, we're the Eds, and that's the Roys. Well, they can't even do that. They're like Gith, and then they're like, well, we're the Gith Yankee, and then we're different from the Gith Zerai. Yeah, you're about as different as me and my twin brother over here. We're very different. You know, I knew you were gonna say that.
But that's gonna be different. Yeah, as different as you are from Frieza.
Yeah, pretty much.
Kill the bottom one. Frieza did it. Alright, so anyway, so if you're a Gith Yankee, you get a strength score increased by 1. You tend to be lawful evil.
By 1? That's 2.
I'm sorry, 2. Okay, because
play them.
It was only the opposite with these past races. Let's see. You tend to be lawful evil, aggressive and arrogant. You have a decadent mastery. You learn one other language of your choice, and you're proficient with one skill or tool of your choice in the timeless city of Turan, or Tunarath. You think you have multiple time and master odd bits of knowledge. Hey guys, I mastered this little, but I mastered how to make clockwork birds. Oh, cool! Can you make clockwork on
orange?
Oh, boo. Well, anyway, jokes aside, you also get a martial prodigy, which you are proficient with both light and medium armor, and also with short swords, long swords, and great swords. Also get Gith Yankee Psionics, which the mage hand cantrip. 3rd level you get
invisible, by the way, because it's meant to represent psionics. Usually when they do that, it's like mage hand, but it's invisible.
Isn't mage hand always invisible?
No.
Really?
Yeah, takes the form of a hand. That's why they specify that it is invisible. It's the same thing with the thief spell guy. I can't think of the name.
Arcane Trickster?
Yeah, Arcane Trickster. they get the ledger domain thing, it makes their hand invisible. I mean, their mage hand, not their regular hand. That'd be dumb.
I can probably make my hand invisible. Why?
Why not?
I'm now.
That's the question you should be asking.
like all I do is make my whole entire arm, and I can become Phantom Limb.
You can become the Phantom Hand.
How silly was Phantom Limb? He's literally a floating torso.
Yeah, that is true.
Alright, so
also minus a penis, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah, after the Battle of Creation Creek, he lost his penis.
He's unique.
Alright, so let's see, and at third level, no. Oh yeah, at third level. Wait, hold on. I'm starting to go back to the freaking Phantom Limb. Like, how is his penis invisible?
Yes.
Cause I thought it was his leg. Cause then you know what? Yeah.
Let's not open this can of worms.
Alright, so anyway, at third level you get jump, and at fifth level you get Misty Step, which you can't. May need to actually lower the music again. Just a tad.
Maybe you don't know how rich you are, huh?
Let's see, jump and yeah. By fifth level you get Misty Step, and intelligence is just Pokemon's ability. You can't use it straight.
You can't use this train.
The hell?
Good to know.
No, and you can't use this trait again until you finish I believe a long rest. Let's see, and that's a Githyanki. Let's look at the Githzerai. So with the Githzerai, you are your wisdom score increased by 2. You tend to be lawful neutral. Let's see. You have advantage of saving throws against not being charmed or frightened. Let's see. And for their Sonics, you get one the mage hand thing, as well. At third level, you get shield.
Level 1 spell, I might add. I think that was jump too.
And at fifth level, you get detect thoughts. Isn't the Githzerai more the mage one or the warrior one?
No, Githzerai is the mage one. That's why they get like shield and detect thoughts and stuff like that. Whereas the other one gets a movement ability. Well, that technically they're both movement abilities now that I think about it, but one's more of like a teleport. And that's what my my Baldur's Gate 3 waifu is a Githyanki. I kept sending my brother pictures of goblins from that game going, what about this one? And he's like, would you leave me alone? Yeah, but what about this one? Would you say this one's cute? No!
Alright, so next up is the other giant race, the Goliath.
Wow, they basically got nothing. No sub-race.
There we go.
I am my own sub-race.
Actual picture within the book.
The Bob of War.
Yeah, apparently one of the mainstays about Goliath, they always have to have these tribal tattoos on their face.
Yep, just like Darth Maul. You just make Darth Maul into a Githyanki. Fuck, into a Goliath.
Yeah, but then he needs to be a Sonic fighter then.
No, just a Goliath. Just face paint. You can add face paint on your own. No.
Alright, so here's what you get on for to be a Goliath. You get a strength score increased by 2, and a con score increased by 1. Goliaths have a lifespan compared with humans. Goliaths are between 7 to 8 feet tall because they want to stay as medium sizes. You have a base walking speed of 30 feet. You have proficiency with the athletic skill. You also get Stolen Endurance. You can focus yourself on occasionally shrug off injury. When you take damage, you can use your reaction to roll a d12. Add your con modifier to number rolled and reduce the number damaged by the total. After you use this trait, you can't use it again to finish a short or long rest.
Oh, okay. I thought they could just do that every time. Like, that sounds really broken. Hold on.
Powerful build. You can count as one size larger, turning your carry capacity on push, drag, or lift. Mountain Born. You can use this as cold damage, And you're also acclimated to high altitude, including elevations about 20,000 feet. And you also know Common and Giant.
Mountain born. This was a stupid joke. Mountain born. Please kill this guy now. Mountain born. Put your foot in his ass. Mountain born. Take him off of the net.
Well, if you insist, Edward.
Wait, what?
Like, well, if you insist, Edward. Like,
The stream ends. No.
alright, so anyway, so next up is the Herringon, the other Fey race.
It's just the fire starter Pokemon from Sword and Shield.
I believe that's them, and from the actual thing.
I think so.
Yeah, you should play as Rabbit Folk.
He basically plays Bucky O'Hare from the hit series Bucky O'Hare. Oh, was his name Yojimbo? No, Usagi.
Usagi Yojimbo?
Yeah, there we go.
Alright, so for Herringon traits, it's like, again, the same thing with everything in the past Tasha. It's like either you choose 2-1 or 3-1s. And again, you know Common one other language of your choice. Your creature type is humanoid. Herringon's lived about a century. Your size is medium or small. So you have options. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's the same thing with Owlin too, but they might have changed that because I only remember the UA one.
Your walking speed is 30 feet. You have a hair trigger, and you can add proficiency bonus to your initiative rolls. Hair trigger. Leopard senses. You have proficiency in the perception skill. Lucky footwork. When you fail a dexterity saving throw, you can use your reaction to roll a d4 and add to your save, potentially turning that failure into a success. You can't use the reaction. Can't use this reaction if you're prone or your speed is 0. So it's basically you have bless 24/7.
Oh wait, no, never mind. Because it doesn't say you have an amount of times you can use it.
Yeah.
So you can just use it whenever. Fuck.
Yeah, it's like you have blast 24/7.
Jesus.
Rabbit Hop. As bonus action, you can jump a number of feet equal to 5 times your proficiency bonus without provoking opportunity attacks. You can use this trait only if your speed is greater than 0. Use it a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you regain all extended uses when you finish long rest. Jesus!
I'd also like to point out, you will take fall damage if you do that. Because they don't specify that you don't take fall damage.
Hold on,
So
you jump a number of feet equal to...
five times your proficiency bonus. So your proficiency bonus at the beginning is 2. So that's like, what, 10 feet?
So you have to be careful or be a monk.
Yeah. Also, I'd like to point out that this has become the perfect character race for both furries and people who have feet fetish, all because of the Lucky Footwork name. They could have called it anything else.
It's because rabbit and the whole thing with rabbit's feet.
But why? These are humanoid now. Furries are all gonna be all over that. Except they're not, because they like wolves apparently.
But jokes aside, though, like a Herringon monk sounds like an interesting idea.
Yeah.
But wait though, and when it says jump though, it doesn't have to be vertical. It can be horizontal.
Yeah. That is true.
Can you imagine because it doesn't say you can't use it though if you have heavy armor. So can you imagine like a Herringon fighter wearing heavy armor just jump very fast like right past you?
Whoa, okay, the tin can drive. I didn't know cars existed in this world.
The primary reason why it says without provoking opportunity attacks, because who will attack a charging wrecking ball?
Wolverine might. He has I believe he has jumped on Juggernaut as Juggernaut was running. So Wolverine at least.
Yeah.
Any character based on Wolverine in D&D.
Alright, so next up is finally the Kenku. Here we go.
Motherfucker.
Which are... This is the official picture they have in the book.
Oopa stinka.
And, yes, this one and this one.
Oh yes, they're dirty and homeless. Got it. All basic traits of Kenku. They're dirty and homeless.
Well, one of the traits of Kenku is that they can't even talk. Yeah, so apparently, a little bit of backstory is though that all the Kenkus are actually on they did something so not bad, but they actually forgot about it. They got cursed by their own master, so now on they become flightless and they can't even talk. All they can do is mimic all the sounds and voices around them. And so the mainstay of all Kenkus of it though is like all of them want to get their flight back, and that's been a mainstay, whether it be homebrew or official. And also in my current homebrew though, like I actually made Kenku a base race for all the flightless birds. So if you're like a robin Kenku or like a flamingo Kenku, you can't fly. Your overall goal in your life though, or your overall need is to be able to fly again.
Can I be a Kiwi Kenku?
Yes.
What of a cassowary Kenku?
Yes.
What of an ostrich Kenku?
Yes.
You know what's funny about that? All of those are also real-life flightless birds.
Yes.
I can't remember that other one. There's like a big fat parrot in like New Zealand.
Yeah. I mean, ever since they released Owlin, and it put another wrench in my little lore back story, so I had to somehow figure out where to fit Owlins, because I already fit an Aarakocras in there somewhere, but they're a bit more rare to find in my world.
Yeah, so the other bird I was thinking of is called the kakapo. And they also known as the owl parrot, because they basically travel around at night. They are flightless and gigantic, and they smell funny apparently.
Okay, so anyway, one of the theories that they have with Kenkus is that Kenkus used to be Aarakocras, and that with a little group of Aarakocras though they betrayed their master and they were cursed to become flightless, and so that's why they always dreamed of getting their wings again. But anyway. Let's look at the Kenku stats, shall we?
No. Volo's Guide to Monsters, because they are a monster race.
Okay, so you increase your dex score by 2 and wisdom score by 1. They have same as age as humans. They can live as old as 60. What?
Well, you know how you were like, there used to be Aarakocra, and then they got turned into flightless birds? They live 30 more years because of this now. This sounds like a win-win for them.
Yeah.
You can't fly, but we live 30 more years than you. So now you'll never know if we actually get our flight.
Wait, hold on. Aarakocras only live to be 30?
Yeah. Dude, we covered them like, what, 20, 30 minutes ago? Yeah. The Aarakocra don't usually live longer than 30 years.
Usually.
Although they also reach maturity at age 30. Yeah, but compared to this where it says they can live to be 60, they're definitely living to at least 60. Whereas Aarakocra, they might live longer than 30. But Kenku got the...
I knew it. The magical flight from the realm of air is sapping their lifespan in half.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the fucking Kenku were absorbing the air from the air. I almost said the Air Nation. Why would I say that? The air realm, and it's just because it's fresh air, it's increasing their lifespan. They're breathing in healthy air, motherfucker.
Right, so anyway, Kenkus can be about 5 feet tall and weigh about 90 to 220 pounds. Your size is medium.
That's a chunk bird. That That is a cockapo. That's
Uh,
a
your,
cockapo.
your base walking speed is 30 feet. You also know the skill Export Forgery. You can duplicate other creatures' handwriting and craftwork. You have advantage on all checks made to produce forgeries or duplicate existing objects.
Oh yes, the true mockingbird, to the point where they can mimic shit.
You also know Kenku training. You're proficient in your choice of 2 of the following skills: Acrobatics, Deception, Stealth, and Sleight of Hand. So you choose 2 of from that little list. You also know Mimicry. You mimic sounds you heard, including voices. A creature that hears the sound you make can tell they are imitations with a successful insight check, opposed to your deception check. Languages, you can read and write Common and Oran, which is the primordial air, but you cannot speak. No, you can only, but you can speak only using your mimicry trait.
Ninja art of beast mimicry. Caca, motherfucker.
But in my world, dog, I had the extra ease of you can use your own voice to roleplay your Kenku.
I will only imagine that they know how to mimic other voices so that they can say whatever they want, but the voice is not there.
I remember that one time that Kenku they had a Critical Role on like Matt played this little tiny I think it was a little tiny female on Kenku.
Yeah, it was a child.
Only about 3 or 4 years old, and her name was Kiri, and when she mimicked on Ford's voice, it was like so awkward that it made the Italian like cringe a bit.
Oh yeah, no, but he's actually pretty good at mimicking them.
Even though he kept on getting made fun of for trying to mimic on Jester.
Yeah, but I mean it still was pretty good.
Yeah.
Like,
But still, it was funny. It was like you hear this little tiny bird going like, "Oh, hey there." Like,
oh no, not Lokatha.
Alright, so next up is Lokatha. As Jokat states, just a fish.
I mean, it is. It's basically just Magikarp with legs.
Lokatha.
They're the definition of I didn't even need to hit it and I won.
There you go. There's Lokatha. It's literally a fish.
Ugh. They're so weird looking.
Or here's a battle Lokatha.
There can be. I don't think that's real.
I know it's not.
Who made that? Who made that? I want names, damn it.
Stock art apparently.
Well, stock art's going down. I'm dressed up like a Mandalorian, coming and kick his.
Yeah. So Lokatha, literally just a fish. Alright, so let's see. The Proud Fish Folk. So from Lokatha Rising.
Yeah, that was their little. It was a supplement for charity. I believe the grung was also one too.
Alright, so you're basically going to get a strength increase by 2. Seriously?
Because you're a fish man.
And your dexterity increased by 1. Lokatha's mature, same at adulthood at age 10, but they have known to live up to 80 years. Alignment, most Lokatha are true neutral or have some aspect of neutrality in their alignment. Tell my wife hello.
Tell my wife I'm evil.
They tend to be towards good, coming from a culture where compassion, downtrodden is a commonality. Lokathas tend to be 5 to 6 feet, so your size is medium. And they can be 150 pounds.
Yeah, they're catfishmen.
Speeds, you have a walking speed of 30 feet and a swim speed of 30 feet. Natural armor, you have tough, scaly skin. When you're not wearing armor, your AC is 12 plus your dex modifier.
I feel like their that creatures like this should have a higher swim speed because I feel like they suck on land. but they should be fast in water. That doesn't make any sense to me. I get that they're trying to like balance it, but it makes no sense from a story standpoint.
That's also why in TFS the Table, though, Larry Patur had a homebrew on Merfolk race, where in water, then their legs turn into a tail, and they have a 60 feet on swim speed.
And they also yell "shock and awe," and then they spin around like a drill.
Wait, what?
What's his face from One Piece? Hercule. There we go. That's his name. Hercule the Fishman.
Sure.
It was Arlong, but in the English dub, he's voiced by Hercule.
So yeah, tough skin without wearing armor. When you aren't wearing armor, your AC is 12 plus your Dex modifier. You can use this natural armor to determine your AC. Blah blah blah. So
the shield benefit applies as normal while you use your natural armor, which it normally does anyways. So unarmored movement on for monks, will that override that since they'll give you a basically higher AC? Yes. Normally I think they actually give you a choice, but usually people take the high. Well, no. I think in the books it's normally whichever one's the highest one is the one that usually you get. But I know sometimes people will be like, just whichever one you want. But then again, everybody's always going to take the higher one, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I mean it's only good to if you're like a fighter, but you don't have like quote unquote roleplay wise, you don't have enough money to buy the good armor.
Yeah, because you're as poor as a Kenku.
I'm
poor and dirty.
Well, jeez, man, tell them how you really feel.
All right. They can't speak without mimicking things.
and then like they just look at you and then they do this fun thing. You can't speak without mimicking things.
Oh god, I forgot about that stupid meme. And your hands look like feet, which means that you guys are into feet. You weirdo.
They start touching your face. I bet you like this, don't you, weirdo?
You a lady Kenku? And things that walk.
And then they just look at you with a straight face, going like in a hot lady voice. Why, sugar? Want to find out? Do you really want to find out?
I'm a gambling man.
Okay, roll me a con saving throw.
Trust me, Ed's the guy that was like, well, goblins in this world are all traps.
Alright, so anyway, so...
You got a 50-50 chance of getting one that's not a peener.
Alright, so anyway, so as a Lokatha, you're also observant and athletic, which you have proficiency in both athletics and perception. Leviathan's will.
Yeah.
Yeah, advantage on saving throws against being charmed, frightened, paralyzed, poisoned, stunned, or put to sleep. Huh.
Because if you go to sleep underwater, you will die. Because you need to keep water going across your gills. You have advantage on. So wait, hold on. You have advantage, not straight out on immunity. Yeah, just advantage.
Limited amphibiousness. You can breathe air and water, but you need to be submerged at least once every 4 hours to avoid suffocating.
Okay, so from what I've read and seen, people don't pick this race because of that. But you literally, if you have a wizard on your team that has create water, they just have to cover your body in water.
Wizard, druid, cleric.
Yeah. Hell, a decanter of infinite water will
Dude,
work too.
I mean, you can be a Lokatha cleric and just do it yourself.
Yeah. You can just carry around a big pot of water and just dunk yourself in for a couple of seconds and come back out. Because it doesn't say you have to be in it for a long period of time. You just have to be in it at least once every 4 hours. So you can literally just walk around with a big thing and just start pouring water on yourself.
It's literally Ripjaws from Ben 10.
Yeah. You know that's dumb. I remember them talking about the watch being like, oh yeah, it fixes bad things that the alien races have. It never fixed Ripjaws. He constantly needed water. It's like you couldn't have, the Omnitrix couldn't have gave him like a little gill thing like the guy from My Gym Partner's a Monkey, like.
Well, in that same vein, that didn't really fix didn't really fix Heat Blast either. He still had his weakness and aversion to water.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, that's not like a glaring weakness, because I mean, technically, if you're strong enough, you could just make your body so hot that the water evaporates before it even touches you.
That's true.
Whereas with the fish, I mean, he can't make his body colder to increase the amount of moisture around him. So
yeah, the only one that Watch fixed was Ghost Freak.
yeah,
and then Ghost Freak, like a stupid ass, just removed it.
Yeah, not very bright on his part.
Lastly, though, as Lakota, you know Aquan and Common, which is the primordial language from the elemental plane of water.
Which sounds either like this
or
like the blue.
Or random gurgling noises. Next up is the Owlin from Strixhaven, which I'm pretty sure I have that book somewhere.
I thought you were gonna say from Street Fighter.
Stupid.
And next is the Owlin from Street Fighter. You just see Ryu uppercut it and it's dead. It's like, oh.
And I think the official picture, yeah, here are the Owlins. Slinging magic and all that.
I immediately thought one of the pictures was going to be of Ida from the Owl in her transformed state. And I'm just like,
I mean, Google's actually behaving. That showed me anything else besides. Oh, never mind. There's Hootie.
God damn it! And the owl from Winnie the Pooh. I forget his name.
Anyway, yeah. So these are the Owlins. Also, this is an actual NPC. This is an actual NPC from Strixhaven. He's basically a coach. And he runs this sport they have in Strixhaven.
He teaches you how to play Quidditch.
About. Yeah. So yeah, he's the Owlins, that owl folk, and mind you, because of this though, I had to retcon a lot of stuff though, about my Aarakocra Kenku on races, because I basically made an owl Kenku, so like I could have easily made her into an Owlin, but this is before I made her before this came out.
Well. Word to the wise, I mean, I'm the only one that's gonna know that. Jared doesn't look into this stuff, and Sora and...
Well, the thing is, though, when you first met her in the Kenku village, all of you asked her what her name was.
That is true. Also,
and you asked...
draw a picture of what I thought she looked like, too.
Yeah, you did. It was a librarian owl, and the fact that you also asked her what her master's name was, and and because of that, though, he's now an actual NPC in my main town.
I like when you don't think we're gonna ask her something, you gotta randomly generate a name.
Or the one time you forced the name out of the three NPCs I plan to not have that following you. But no, you wanted meat shields.
Yes. Because, you know what? When they manage to kill something but they're also dead, I'm gonna go, I didn't even have to hit anything and I won.
Anyway, so yeah, so
Zap Brannigan that shit.
Anyway, so as an Owlin, you get of course, yeah, you get to choose the ability scores 1 by 2 and 1 by 1.
Yes.
And you can also run no common whatever language of your choice, because
yes.
Universal creativity, because we're so lazy on creating actual creativity. You are humanoid. You're medium or small. So you can be a little tiny burb. You have walk speed of 30 feet. You have dark vision. And also you also have flight. But you're not as fast. Wait, hold on. Oh, equal to your walking speed. There we go. But you're not as fast as as Aarakocrans. But you have 30 feet. But you can't fly unless you if you're wearing medium or heavy armor.
I don't like that they don't tell you how long they live, because I want to see how long they live in opposition to the Aarakocra, and they're potentially 30 plus years.
Yeah, there's no age rating on here.
They stopped doing it because it's like No, fairies had one because it was like a century or whatever, and then they die.
I think it's, God damn it. Well, I think it's because the fact that it I guess also it restricts you on like how old you want to be. Like, oh, but I want to play this race though. But you live to be 60. I want to be 100.
Well, then you can just talk to your friggin' DM about it.
Yeah. Well, and lastly, you also get silent feathers. You have proficiency within the stealth skill,
which is very owl-like.
No, give it an Allen fighter with Allen fighter with heavy armor. Like I have proficiency with the stealth skill. I have +2. Clunk, 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 clunk.
Nothing. Must have been the wind. Must have been the metal winds in our castle. And then when they're not looking, you just bash their skull in with a mace.
Clunk, 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 clunk.
Speaking of ages, before we jump into, I believe it's Tabaxi's the next one, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. Before we speak about ages, when I was looking up stuff for that Star Wars D&D, I like that they tell you the age of certain races and how fast they mature, because one of the species you can be from one of the books is a clone from the Clone Trooper Wars. And they become old at like I think it was like 40 or 60 years. They're just old people. I'm just like
well, it's because of the need to accelerate their ages so they can actually fight immediately in the Clone Wars. Because I believe they become the same age as Jango Fett when he gave them his DNA. I think after a year of like being in the station.
No, again, I think it was a couple of years.
Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, it's 0 years, a couple of years, because I remember I did see in the movie some actual kids in the station as well, because he did ask them as compensation for one of the clones to be his kid, which was Boba.
Yeah, which again, did they? I don't remember the movie very well, but I don't remember if they said that he was cloned to just be like age regularly or not.
I assume so, since he was regular age in 4, 5, and 6.
Yep, and then he lived inside a Sarlacc for a while.
And officially he's dead, unless you read the extended universe, where he climbed out like a badass.
No, that's canon now.
Really?
Because they have the Book of Boba, and he's an old guy in that. He even meets the Mandalorian from the Mandalorian. Shit gets crazy. They're like, Disney's like, you know how we acquired Marvel and they have like their little connected universe? Star Wars has its own connected universe.
No, it's more like, hey guys, we messed up with 7, 8, and 9, so here's some extra shit. Head go nuts.
Yeah, pretty much. Which is funny because it all takes place before those movies, but after the originals.
Which makes me question though, like, if this is all canon though, then like, where was Grogu in the events of 7, 8, 9?
He was in a different galaxy far far away from that horrible franchise.
Well, anyway, so you want to continue with the cat people?
Yes.
Here's Tabaxi, the official art within the book.
Cats. They go meow 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 meow.
And like we're just kind of for flavor wise though, you can be like any type of cat you want with the Tabaxis. Like you can be like one of those like calicos, tabby cats.
But you can't be lions. We already got that.
Yeah, well, it can't be a lion one. But I've been so like the more like wild ones like tigers, panthers, and lions. You can be like have Leonin stats and be like that kind of build. But or basically say if you want the Leonin build, then yeah, be Leonin and say what favorite cat you want. If you want the Maxi build, which is this, which is mainly common house cats, but you can also again, in my role, you can also be a Panther Tabaxi or a Cheetah Tabaxi, or you can be the more buff version, be a Panther Leonin or a Cheetah Leonin.
Now,
Again, that's for me being being homebrew flavor for my world.
Now, I might be wrong on this, but panthers aren't actually an animal. They are a classification of a type of animal. The panthers that are most associated, people refer to as panthers, are actually just black-coated, I think they're jaguars, if I'm not mistaken. Or leopards. It's either leopards or jaguars. But people always call them panthers. They're also very frightening in water. There's a lot of... I like the fact that people are like, cats are afraid of water, and then you get tigers and jaguars and shit that jump into the water to kill you. Like, literally, my mom knew a guy at work whose wife was, back in their home country, was mauled by a tiger in a boat. The tiger jumped that woman while they were in a boat. And then we said that he married the tiger. Because that's how it works.
Yeah, apparently the panther is basically a color variant of the leopard and the jaguar.
Yeah.
Neat. Anyway, so like anyway, so as a Tabaxi, you get a score increase of dexterity +2 and charisma +1. Tabaxis have the same lifespan as humans. You're also medium, very slender. Speed is 30 feet. You have dark vision because you're a cat. You have feline agility. Your reflexes and agility allow you to move at the burst of speed. When you move on your turn in combat, you can double your speed until the end of the turn. Once you use this trait, you can't use it again until you move 0 feet on one of your turns.
Oh yes, the amazing and well-known house cat laziness.
Cat's claws, because your claws, you have a climbing speed of 20 feet. In addition, your claws are natural weapons, which you can use to make unarmed strikes. If you hit them with them, you deal 1d4 slashing damage using your strength modifier instead of the bludgeoning damage in normal and unarmed strikes. Cat's talent, your proficiency with perception and stealth skills. Languages, you know Common and one other language of choice.
Cat language. I can has cheeseburger. That's they just talk like they've got brain damage. Now, see, the thing about this is I never read their size, so I always assumed that they were actually smaller than humans. So I'm walking around like going, yeah, Ruth's probably like 5'4", but it's like on average.
You mean this whole entire time you thought she was shorter than you? Like how she thought that Goliath was shorter than her?
Yes. It just goes to show you that everybody in that campaign is dumb.
Especially,
we all have stupid things going on in our head, apparently. Like how Sora made a character who doesn't believe in gods in a world where gods can talk to you, and he's got a weapon from a god.
And the god actually said that thank you to him after he killed the corruption master when he became that little kraken form.
Thank you. And then he just like puts his finger in his ear and he's like, huh, I didn't hear anything.
Pretty much.
He's not atheist, he's just stubborn. Alligator snapping turtles.
Let's see, so next up is the turtle. Turtle.
I like to think that if they existed in Spelljammer, their ships would look like turtle shells, and they would spin around like Gamera when he fly.
This is from Forgotten Realms, so I think this is the official thing for turtles, right?
Huh? Yeah, they came in their own little pack, like how Locathas came in theirs.
You mean this one?
They had their own one, but I don't think this one was for charity. But don't quote me on that.
Well, so anyway, turtles.
Oogway.
No, I am Oogway.
If you ever play a turtle, no matter what class you are, people will always call you Oogway. Or one of the Ninja Turtles.
Okay, so for turtles, your ability score increases by strength by 2, and wisdom score increases by 1. Let's see, a young turtle crawl for a few weeks after birth before learning to walk on 2 legs. They reach adulthood by the age of 15 and live on average of 50 years. That's kind of short for actual turtles.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, now you should ignore that because turtles live a fucking long time. I have a turtle, and apparently if I keep it alive, there's a chance that if I manage to have grandchildren, they will be taking care of that turtle. They live a long time.
Yep. I believe the Galapagos giant turtle is currently the giant tortoise, and is currently like currently running on 500 years now.
That might also be true. Yeah, tortoises live long. Tortoises and turtles live a very long. Terrapins live a long time. That's I'm gonna umbrella term that. Because some people have, which is illegal by the way, but back when it used to be legal, when people would, well, I don't even know if it was legal, but people used to steal California tortoises. And then they made a law that you can't have them unless you grandfathered them from somebody else, which by the way could potentially happen because they live for a long ass time.
Wait, hold on. Their genus is Terrapin?
Yes, if I remember correctly.
God damn it, Ben 10.
Yeah, I know, right?
Terraspin.
I like the idea that he just becomes a fidget spinner, but I like the idea that the edge of his fins light up when he spins. So he's like, and then just
yeah. So
Sandstorm plays when he starts doing it.
So anyway, officially it lived up to 50 though. But you talk to DM, they can live to say like 500. So that's what I'm going to do for my turtles in my world. They can live up to about 500 and maybe up to 1,000 if I feel like it.
Might as well be 500 years old.
Alignment, they tend to be an lead orderly, restricted lives, blah blah blah. No one cares about alignment anymore.
That is true. The only time that ever comes into play is if you have an item that says you have to be a specific alignment, and then even then that's spotty at best.
And the only time that alignment actually comes into play, though, in your games, though, is that if you pull an entire 180 on what your character is supposed to be. Like, if you play as a good character, though, and you occasionally like do something, like a little evil, a little mischief a little tiny mischief is okay at times in my personal opinion. But if you put like, oh, I'm a good paladin and blah blah blah, and you mean just kill someone for no apparent reason, then yeah, that's pulling a direct 180.
Yeah, if you're gonna play a good paladin, you might as well watch Star Wars and learn from the Jedis, because Jedis tend to try to not kill anybody, like even their enemies.
They're like the good example of being lawful stupid.
Meh. Terrapin, yeah, that's okay. I had to look it up to be sure, but usually my facts about animals are pretty spot on.
Let's see, you're about 6 feet tall, you weigh about 450 pounds. Oh yeah, turtle shell.
Yeah. I was gonna say, read on about that.
Your shells account for roughly 1/3 of your weight. Your size is medium. Your speed is on 30 feet, even though you're that heavy. You have claws.
As a turtle. Yeah, turtles have claws.
Turtles are tortoises.
My brother literally commented that my turtle's claws are getting way too long. I'm like, I don't know how to not make them long. What do you want me to do?
Turtles that let's see, on natural weapons. You have unarmed strikes would hit them when dealing on slashing the damage of 1d4. If you're playing a turtle monk and again, this is not Oogway jokes. And do you do slashing damage though, but using your monk dice instead?
I'm not really sure. I would do it. I would be like, well, you don't get bludgeoning. You're gonna use your claws. You're gonna learn. They're gonna learn tiger style, which is very weird for them. Oh, they could learn dragon fist and be a dragon turtle. Because
the claws uses your strength modifier. But I guess if you talk to your DM though, it can be Dex instead, and you can still deal slashing.
Wait, do monks use dexterity for their fist attacks, or is it versatile?
I guess it's either or. But you know, if you're a Dex-based monk, then why not just use Dex?
Because you can do 1d4 slashing damage. Plus your strength modifier of 0 because you've decided that you don't need that. Your strength modifier of -1.
But anyway, though, I guess if your DM allows it, though, you can use your monk dice instead of D4.
And then you can just flavor it as like tiger or dragon fist.
Yeah. Hold breath. You can hold your breath for up to 1 hour. Turtles aren't natural swimmers, but they can remain underwater for some time before needing to come up for air.
Which is weird. Why would you be able to hold your breath for an hour if you aren't a natural? That makes no sense.
Yeah, I would have thought the turtles actually would be a tiny bit more aquatic, but apparently they're not natural swimmers.
Yeah, they seem more like they're based off of tortoises than actual turtles. Well, which may be why they call them turtle, but it's like that's a combination of both. So they should be able to swim.
I think it's because of that they can hold their breath for 1 hour, but damn, because I remember in the first mission I gave the Warhounds, you guys met a turtle from the Undersea Palace, and he just swam from the Undersea Palace to meet you guys.
You know what? What they should do is they should re-release this in one of the books and have them have a sub race. So like one would just be a land-based one to represent tortoises, and then the other one could be a water-based one.
If Wizards of the Coast would actually get off on human fighters' dicks.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is that like if they do that with the subrace thing, if they go with that idea, the water ones would probably not have the natural armor ability because it would be more based off of like soft shell turtles.
Yeah, but again, it says they're not natural swimmers though. But then so that means they can't swim at all, or do they need to walk on the ground?
I think it just means that they're more land-based than water-based.
Yes.
I mean, technically, you can do an untrained swimming check, but it's like you would just move the whatever.
And plus, the turtle you met in the Warhouse though, it was an unnamed NPC, so I could just easily remake quote unquote remake him to be like a wizard who casted the breathe water spell and like the swim spell on himself.
Now I need to go. Now next time we play that, I need to go back and go. I'm looking for this turtle. So you have to come up with a name for it.
If you do that though, you have to go back to the Undersea Palace, which you yourself are trying to avoid.
That is true. They did fuck me over. Also, I read hold breath as cold breath. I don't know why I would do that.
Well, I say you have natural armor due to your shell and shape of your body. You are ill-suited to wearing armor. Your shell provides ample protection. However, it gives you a base AC of 17. Oh shit.
Yep.
Your dexterity modifier doesn't affect this number. Aww. You gain no benefit from wearing armor, but if you're using a shield, you can apply the shield's bonus as normal. Huh. I mean, I guess with that though, a total paladin is doable.
Yep. Just wait till you get to the next part of this because
shell defense.
You a plus.
You can withdraw to your shell as an action until you emerge. You gain a +4 bonus to AC, and you have advantage on strength and con saving throws. While in your shell, you are prone. Your speed is 0, and you can't increase. Yeah,
you can't increase you can't move basically. There's no way
unless someone throws you like a friendly barbarian.
Or, and follow me on this one, a paladin decides to Super Mario you with his maul, and you blue shell somebody.
You have a disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. You can't take reactions, and the only action you can take as a bonus action is to emerge from your shell.
I want to do the Master of Disguise thing where he pops out and like bites. Did he bite somebody on the nose? Maybe he didn't. Maybe I'm just imagining.
Turtle. Survival. He also has survival instinct. You get proficiency in the survival skill. Turtles have fighting and survival instincts, and you know Common and Aquan, which again the primordial language from the realm of water.
Which is also kind of irritating because it's literally like you're not natural swimmer. Here's the water races. Here's the water elementals language that you know. It's like, did they come from the water and become land-based, or like it doesn't seem like they thought this 100% of the way through.
But yeah. Well, anyway, oh yeah, another thing I wanted to add though before that though, like when you were drawn to your shell, can you still use your shield's AC?
You know, I'm not sure, but at that point you're over 20 as an AC, so...
Well, naturally, you've gone to your shell. That's an AC of 21.
Yeah.
21?
So in the beginning of the game, there's pretty much a guarantee that unless they hit of like a nat 20, you're probably gonna not.
Or you know, on a 17 if you have a +4 modifier.
Yeah, but the odds of that are pretty low. Well, not low, but there's like a mid-range chance.
Yeah.
Also, if you're using Roll20 to roll the dice, your chances increase of not getting hit. Yeah. But that tree had it coming.
That kind of reminds me of the turtle that Lampetor played as, and because how he plays it, he plays him like this. Hello, my name's Digsby. It's short for Digsbird. My name's call me Diggs. And he talks like that the whole entire time.
Why is he Turtle Ringo?
Because remember his Merfolk he played Antiphus at the table?
Yeah.
He made that turtle to be the complete opposite of his Merfolk on that character.
Oh.
Because he wanted to take a break.
Huh?
Yeah, but one of the battles though, they're fighting harpies, and literally the harpy tried to attack him, but it wasn't able to break his AC. So like, ting. So he in character, he didn't dodge or didn't wince. He just looked at the harpy going, "Hello, my name's Digsby. Short for Digsbert."
Hello.
Hello, it's me,
Digsby. The fun fact: did you know that Sebulba's race from? I'm sorry, I keep going on to Star Wars shit. But did you know that Sebulba's race has a name and it's just called Doug? It's D-U-G.
Doug?
Yeah, they're just Doug.
Hello.
Hello, I'm Dig Dug. I'm a gonna win.
Why is that picture so small? What the hell?
Because nobody wants to be an aquatic elf. They don't care.
But this is not a sea elf, though. Trends are different from actual sea elves.
I mean, technically they are, but I mean, you look at them. Okay, that guy actually didn't look like it. The rest of them, though, from like the canon books, they all kind of look like aquatic elves. Like they're pretty boys.
I know what you mean, but I mean, there is actual subrace of aquatic elves.
I know, man.
But anyway, Tritons are next, and let's see. You get a strength, con, and charisma score increased by 1. They mature at 15 and they live up to 200 years.
Only furthering my point that they're basically just water elves, but also, fuck you, Erica. They just come out of the water with double fingers, like ah.
But the thing is though, elves can live up to about 750 to 1,000 years.
Yeah, well.
Tritons are slightly shorter than humans, average to about 5 feet tall, and your size is medium. Your base walking speed is 30 feet, and your swimming speed is also 30 feet. You can breathe both air and water.
Not land and fire.
Control air and water. Child of the sea, as you can cast magic on the elemental air and water. You cast Fog Cloud with this trait. At 3rd level, you can cast Gust of Wind. At 5th level, you can cast Wall of Water. Once you cast a spell with this trait, you can't do so again to finish a long rest. Charisma is your spellcasting ability for this one. You also have Dark Vision. You also have Dark Vision because, you know, what race doesn't have Dark Vision now? Her.
Yeah.
Emissary of the sea, aquatic beasts have an extraordinary affinity with your people. You communicate simple ideas with the beasts that can breathe water. They can understand the meaning of your words, though you have no special ability to understand them in return. I imagine a Triton using using like sign language. You're like, hey, fish, give me my groceries. Dude, you know I can talk in Aquan as well. Oh shit.
Well, too bad they can't. Apparently,
Oh shit.
they know common and primordial.
With primordial is different from primordial Aquan, right?
Sort of. I think it might be the progenitor. Maybe, I don't know. I've never really looked into it because I don't normally take primordial as any of my languages ever. It seems.
Let's see. Primordial is elementals, and the script is Dwarvish. The hell? Oh, hold on. Exactly. No, go away. Da 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 da.
What are you doing?
I don't know. Primordial, blah blah blah. Oh,
I mean, elementals speak it, but it's
primordial on is base primordial, but the primordial gonna what? So is it different from Orin and Aquan? No. Oh, I guess on on primordial elementals compared to just plain primordial. Because I think the primordial language are also being spoken by amulets.
But can't they also just use psionics? Like, that seems...
Well, apparently also the freaking mind flayers, they also know primordial.
They're just trying to flex on everybody. That's the problem.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So anyway, and also Guardian of the Depths adapted to in the most extreme ocean depths. You have resistance to cold damage. And so then the Verdant. Oh yeah, the psionic goblin race.
Wait, what?
The Verdant, the psionic goblin race.
I forgot about them.
Yeah, these guys right here. They're goblins, but they're also psionic.
And who was the...
Let's see.
People I was thinking of.
Alright, so for Verdants, you have a charisma score increased by 2, and your con score increased by 1. Verdants reach adulthood by 24. They live up to about 200 years.
Once again, take that, Eric Cochran.
Saying this none have yet to reach old age, so the top age is just a speculation.
Oh, you know, they are the newest race in Faerû.
Apparently,
according to that thing.
Verdants are usually good allied, saying this because of how new they are. There's not much framework on how should they align. Haha, it worked. Everyone thinks we're good. Now let's show them how evil we are.
Oh, I'm thinking of the Veldalken. Okay. I was like, aren't they normally blue? No, I'm thinking of a different race entirely.
Verdants are between 3 and 4 feet tall at the start. Your size is small until you reach 5th level, where you get a 2-foot growth spurt and become medium creature.
I like that they have an arc for their size.
So hold on. So from levels 1 through 4, you're this small. Then once you hit level 5, you're like, poof, this big.
Yep. And then you like to touch the ground a lot, apparently.
Yes.
That is definitely not a D&D character. That is very clearly somebody drew an anime goblin.
Which one? Where?
The third picture.
This one?
Maybe I can't see where your cursor's at. No, at the top. You know how you clicked on one, 2 over from that one? There's like just essentially an anime goblin.
Oh, yeah.
And they're just like, no, this is what that race... No, that's not what that race is. You drew an anime goblin.
Your base walking speed is 30 feet. You have black blood healing. When you
What?
roll, yeah, black blood healing. So you get that little black blood thing from Soul Eater.
Oh.
When you roll either 1 or 2 on any hit dice, you can instantly re-roll the die and take the new roll. So if you roll a 1 or 2 again, then well, shucks to be you.
Nah, because oh wait, no, you can't use the lucky feet on that roll. Never mind.
Limited telepathy. You can telepathically speak to any creature within 30 feet. You do not share. You do not have to share a language or speak. However, they must all be able to speak a language. You can only communicate simple ideas. Persuasive. Your people's lack of history makes you trustworthy and humble. Ha, fools.
What?
Your proficiency in the persuasion skill.
How? Hold on. Why would a lack of history make you trustworthy? If I don't know, like, at least 3 generations back of your history, or at the very least haven't met your grandparents, there's no way I'm trusting you. Fuck off.
Telepathic insight. You have advantage on all wisdom and charisma saving throws, and you know common, goblin, and 1 additional language of choice because you are smart that way.
No, you just read their minds and learned their language.
It's like the one thing from from Rick and Morty where like you try to read their mind like oh god.
Yeah, pretty much. Something worse.
All right, so that's all the exotic races. We also covered the Theros races. But as we end this though, like, do you want to cover the Ravenloft races?
Yeah, there's only 3 of them, so we can do that.
All right, then so
I may dip out for a minute though, because I do have to start my laundry. So.
Or we could just end it right now. It's already been like 2 hours.
Yeah. All right. That's yeah.
All right, then so god damn it, so we do have to do a part 3.
We'll have to do a part 7.
Anyway, so that'll be it for now. We still have we already covered the common races. We covered the exotic races. We covered the Theros races and the Eberron races. We're not covering plane shift because apparently that's borderline non-canon.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
We still need to cover Ravenloft, Ravnica, and wait, did we cover Ravnica?
No, we have not covered Ravnica yet.
Yeah, yes, and
wait, huh? No, we haven't.
Oh yeah, so we still need to cover Ravenloft, Ravnica, the monstrous races, and I'm also skipping on Unearthed Arcana because for obvious reasons, though, that's still on quote unquote non-canon, until proven otherwise. Anyway, so Edward, where can we find you?
Twitch.tv/Emerald Tusk and on Twitter @Emerald Tusk. I have done nothing, but I occasionally put up when we're streaming stuff. So,
you can find.
If you're not at least following Kenshin, you can follow me, and you'll still get information on when we are streaming together.
Awesome. Six Flags is no longer watching us anymore.
Oh, they haven't been watching us for like almost an hour now, because I went back and checked.
And you can find me here at twitch.tv/KenshaSakura. Find me on YouTube under KenshaSakura. Find me on Twitter @Kenshin_Asakura. If you'd like, I am trying to stream more as I go on, but live likes to get in the way at times. But so join me as I stream more with more D&D content, more Final Fantasy 14 content. As 6.1 updates gonna be available on I believe April. Also more on some soothing content. I might do start streaming Power Wash Simulator. And maybe some more on the rogue content like Slay the Spire, Monster Train, or I'm also want to get on Rogue Tower Defense. That seems like a fun game. And if you'd like to support my channel and all my endeavors, go ahead and click on my mask. It'll help me so very, very much, and it'll keep the gears oiled and grinding. And let the channel want to do, go ahead, please give me a follow. I'm still 10 away from my goal. Anyway, thanks for you guys coming. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Later.